Hey there YouTube, I'm Yukitsu, this is Yukitsu Times, welcome to my channel, welcome back to Beyond Earth. So we're continuing along here, hoping for the best that we can manage here, but man, things are getting a little bit big here, so I've sort of tanked the graphics a little bit and everything like that because I was having some performance issues while I was trying to run Fraps. And I have beaten this game, and I've even beaten this game on this size of map. It's just that I've even beaten it on the massive size map, but like late game, it gets a little bit chuggy, but not anywhere near as bad as it has been for this one when I've got Fraps running. So I've had to do some stuff to try and get that ironed out, and I think I've managed to do it. I'll find out. If I'm not, I can redo just a little bit, but I have actually done a few of the turns that I'm going to be going through a couple times through, so hopefully we'll be able to manage ourselves pretty well here. Let's fire off yet another satellite there. Lots and lots of satellite coverage, and let's turn that satellite view off here. Okay, at this point in time, like we're using a lot of workers, so I'm going to go ahead and build one of those real quick. And I kind of also want to flesh out my trade routes. We've got 2 from Central Dogma, we've got 1 from Tokyo, we've got 1 from the Geofront, and we've got 1 from Terminal Dogma, I believe. Yeah, we got 1 from Terminal Dogma, and obviously none from Kuyen. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another trade route for Tokyo 3. We're just going to outright buy a trade vessel. That'll get us a little bit of money. I don't know if it's going to pay us back in time for Social Dynamics to finish, because I do want the Soma Distillery, and I kind of need more money for that, but we'll see how things go here. Let's continue on with our maglevs. That'll also give us a little bit of money once that finishes, but as far as things go, the trade routes are actually one of the best ways to get science and money if you just want it now instead of later. And I do kind of want that all now. It kind of leads to getting everything else faster, so, you know, trade routes in this game are just such a huge part of it. Hopefully that'll work out well for us, but who knows. And, you know, if you're going to make purchases, you purchase earlier rather than thinking about it waffling and getting it later, because that way you can use the resources you get and use them to get more resources pretty quickly. Okay, so the best trade route I can get is with Janali, and I'm going to take that right now. I would love to send another trade route to the Kavathan Protectorate, but that's not really in the cards right at this instant. And that's boosted our money up to 70 a turn. That's pretty good. Got another worker just about popping out there. That's going to also be good. And I think we're also going to finish clearing... Oh, no, we're going to have to clear that marsh first. That sucks, but whatever. Have we finished stealing something from Ark yet? Please tell me we've stolen something from Ark. Turns are getting quite long here. Okay. Actually, we still have 2 turns left to try and steal from them. That's fine, I guess. Okay. Production for this place. Let's set you to cash. And let's move our little worker that we just unlocked. I kind of want to start working on Kuyen, but also Central Dogma isn't doing that great in some respects. I think I need to build a farm here pretty badly. So we'll go ahead and do that. Up here, we've got some pretty normal looking options. I think that at this point in time, a lab is probably sufficient. But yeah, we need to get 2 more of our colonies out there pretty soon. And to do that, I really need to get our health back in order first before I think about doing that, because I can't afford to go down to -10. That would just be really too crippling to a large part of our economy. Production, everything basically just goes to shit if you let that happen. So we're going to make sure that doesn't happen by focusing on the Soma distilleries first, our internal production, our tiles, and all that other stuff. Okay, so what did I have to do at... Okay, just establish network first. Okay, that's easy enough. Oops. I'm going supremacy, so I'll never actually really build aircraft carriers because you don't really need them that badly. Okay, establish network. Perfect. Although there is an argument to be said. The reason I'm saying this is that the carrier, they basically have a capacity for like 2 or 3 or 4, I can't remember how many aircraft. If I've got the Hydra here, they can have +1 capacity. All of them can have +1 capacity, +10 HP heal if I'm playing as the Harmony, +20% to attack and defense for aircraft when I'm aboard the Bastion, which is the purity one, and then the one I would be able to get is they'd have +2 range, which is actually pretty useful. But the Shepherd also has more sort of carrying capacity than my other option, which is to go with the gunboat option. So if I'm playing as these guys, they've got movement options, they've got range, they've got attack options, they can heal their Poseidon if they're playing with Harmony. My option is I can actually use my Vindicator as an aircraft carrier, so I don't have to build aircraft carriers, they just work that way, or I've got move after attacking. So the Vindicator, outright weakest, but it's got that option to carry an aircraft, which is really strong. So, and also the Arbiter, I mean, the Arbiter bonus makes it really easy for these guys to sort of form a wall of ships. With aircraft combined, that makes these guys really, really tough to break through. So the other option, of course, is plus 30% when defending. I don't really like that as much, but, you know, destroyers are also pretty strong, especially once they've got the +1 movement. If we look at the different stats here, the range on the Vindicator is higher than the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought has more strength, though, outright, and as you can see, the Poseidon also has +1 range, so... But yeah, that makes it for interesting choices, but means that rarely am I going to ever actually have aircraft carriers as a purity faction, because you just don't need them. Alright, what's going on here? So yeah, we're actually going to be getting a free tech fairly soon. I'm probably going to put that towards a wonder, especially because the social policy I'll be getting is going to be basically getting faster wonders, which is going to be pretty interesting. That's lovely. And I'm considering that I should start buying tiles around Bongani, but I kind of need money saved up for a little bit here. Getting a good amount of money per turn, though. I'm not unhappy with the amount of money that I'm making per turn here. Okay, so more mag rails. Just mag rails everywhere. And we have chosen... what happened here? We steal the money? We did steal... Oh, that's going to help a lot. We're going to be able to get the thing right away. Okay, so what was operative extraction? Okay, we need to just perform... Oh, right, that was glitching. Let's see if that's fixed. Okay. So I kept completing that mission, but my agent... there's a little bug where my agent wouldn't actually complete the mission. It would say he was successful, but then I didn't get anything from it, so, you know. Real annoying, that. But we'll get an extra agent if we complete that, which is really good. And that's what the other one does as well, the dossier, special delivery or whatever. Alright. So we've got a decent amount of Firaxite. I could actually get 3 more and would be pretty happy with that. But we're not spending it just yet, so I'm going to go ahead and work on these mag rails instead. And that should be good. Huyen needs some more stuff built. Ally Foundry is a really good idea since we've got such huge production out of them when we got those, so I would love to have that. And once we've got social dynamics down, I'm going to probably have Central Dogma start working on another Soma distillery, and I'm going to buy a Soma distillery right in Terminal Dogma. It's a really great building, and I think I'm going to use them for extra health as well, and that's just going to make it so I can easily start thinking about expanding again. And boosting my population too, that would be a good idea. I'm worried a little bit that those aliens sort of over there are going to think of doing something funny to me, but I'm not sure if they really will. But it's worth being concerned about. I'm actually going to form a couple terrascapes. I'm not going to make very many because they do cost a lot of money, but it is worth occasionally building some terrascapes. Just because it's like Central Dogma here is not really having great growth rates here or anything like that, so having that would be a good idea. And actually getting the xenomass here would be also really good, so I might have to research xenomass wells pretty quickly in addition, because having access to that would just help out quite a lot. I'm going to actually get rid of this freaking Explorer. I'm not really likely to explore anything for a while now. And if I delete this Explorer, what I'll do is get a little bit of money, and it's also going to reduce my upkeep costs. So I'm going to do that. Okay, we finished operative extraction, so that's working now. Good. And we're going to go ahead and let you steal more science. Look at all the science that we're stealing. Good stuff. Okay, so we're going to delete. and that's boosted our energy spent, or sorry, our energy savings a little bit here. Okay, so Thabo again, that's fine. And yeah, that's all good, well and good here. Okay, so our covert ops here, one more turn, we should be getting a boost of science if we succeed, and a new agent potentially, so hopefully that's all going to go well. And not really sure where to go from here necessarily. Ooh, looks like I should start buying some tiles around here. This guy's sort of... he doesn't like the African Union, so he's being angry about them. It's amazing that these guys like me so much. Although, actually, looking at his profile, he doesn't mind different affinities as much as he dislikes warmongers. So the penalty for warmongering when you're next to the African Union is a lot higher than it would normally be. But he doesn't seem to actually... I've never seen him really get all that up in arms over affinities. So maybe he's a different sort of leader, and that's part of the AI. But I was under the impression that that was supposed to... Oh, I failed to steal science, damn it. Okay, we did get another spy, though, so that's fine. Okay, we're going to just choose operation here. Dossier delivery, that's fine. And we're going to have to go back down to stealing money here. And up here, how are things going, though? How are things going at home? Not bad. I might want to also build, eventually, a terrascape over here, but this tile over here would be a terrible waste to build a terrascape on, because it's a really good tile, actually. I mean, it's got a lot of good resources. I really wish that I had this access to that fruit, but I don't, so, you know. It's fruit by a river on a hill or something. I'm not really sure where that extra food is coming from. Oh, because it's on a floodplains. Yeah, so these tiles are really good, these floodplain ones. Especially, well, floodplains by the river are really good, so, you know, sometimes. Anyway, let's continue on our boat here. Previous route is fine. And our Tokyo 3 connection has been completed. Fantastic. Although I don't know how. Well, whatever. I'm assuming it's because it's by the water, so we're going to let that just be as is. Does save us from having to worry about certain other tile improvements, so let's get working on that plantation instead of worrying about our maglev to Tokyo 3. We'll build a maglev to there eventually anyway, so... Oh, and this guy, what do we want? Okay, we get more for building a generator, in my opinion, so I'm going to do that. These guys are hopefully going to start clearing out these aliens over here, because they're kind of making me a little bit nervous as far as them being able to wipe out my worker very easily, so I don't want that. Obviously, I'm having trouble keeping my worker count proper anyway. We'll have to probably build another one pretty soon, but... Actually, we've got enough money that I don't have to keep working towards that Soma Distillery cash, so I'm going to go ahead and build more workers, because we don't need to be making 96 a turn right now, and we do need to keep making workers, so I'm just going to change production here. Oops. Okay, well, you finished that. That's actually a lot of good stuff there, but in any event, we're going to switch you over to making workers. Perfect. And you, worker, you are actually going to start working on our maglev. And it's going to go straight to the capital, I think. Yeah, that seems fine. All right, you. Now, these guys probably going to have an easy enough time taking out all those aliens. I'm surprised he can't kill that one outright, but they are on a hill, I guess, so that is why that is. But all right. The geofront up here. I could build another worker, or I could build another trade unit and have it go around, but the hollow suit at this point in time seems like a good idea, because we've got enough Firaxis here that that becomes a decent investment. So we're going to go ahead and do that. But what we're also going to do is go to Tokyo 3 over here. We're going to buy that tile. We're going to buy that tile. And we're going to buy that tile. Good. And that's going to be stopping our friend over here from expanding into our territorial waters that we want to make sure that we control. We don't want him hedging in on our goddamn turf. I mean, because, come on, it's our turf. God damn it. Alright, how's this? The problem with terrascapes is that I don't want to go to war with France. The problem with terrascapes is that they take a very long time to build, and they do cost 6 energy per turn. So having an Earth-like sort of biosphere in this area, it's not exactly an easy thing. So on this planet, you have to pump constant energy to maintain those Earth plants in that place, and so on and so forth. It's just not really a sensible purchasing decision, but it's what they've decided to do. So, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and heal these guys up, or let them heal up just a little bit here. Do nothing. Aliens detected near Tokyo 3. We're gonna continue ignoring them. Let's see here. Do we want another covert agent, or do we want plus 10% worker speed? Our workers are already working pretty fast because we are playing as the the Pan-Asian Cooperative, blah. But we have been working on a lot of tiles, so the 10% worker speed might be good. But we've also been using our covert agents quite a bit, so I'm going to go for a covert agent. So now we've got 2 more covert agents that we can send out here. I'm going to send one to Liqueur because there's quite a lot of intrigue going on there. I'm even going to send this last one over to Citadella because I don't think that he's been doing that much to stop people. And we're going to get a new agent next turn anyway, so he'll go into mission control, so that should be fine. We'll start building our Magrail connection to Terminal Dogma, which should be helpful, I hope. And after this, I'm actually considering building my... I'm wondering if I should build my new settler or if I should buy my new settler, but we're just about at the point where we're going to be spamming Soma factories, and that's just going to be so good for us. It's the hope I have for my future. It's like all I have left to dream of is Soma, which is apparently some sort of beverage. It's like a cola or something like that. Okay, so we got this extra agent now. That's lovely. Okay. Should be easier to steal science now, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're just going to have this guy run National Security Project, which is going to keep our agents in the field more successfully. Hopefully. You never know. Down here... Okay, we're going to work on cash for 1 turn here, and then we're going to switch it up next turn after, so that should be fine. We could go with Feed Site Hub. We've got 2 international trade routes coming from Tokyo 3, so that's actually a good buy. But I'm also going to go industrial research here. The reason is that I'm only going to do 1 turn, then I'm going to switch them both over to Soma distilleries. Up here, we're working the Hollow Suite in 19 turns. It's a long-ass time, so we're going to do nothing to heal up. I'll get a little bit again there. And we're going to work on our trade again. There we go. Now, I should probably start buying some trade stuff at Kuyen, but you never know. Let's see here. For now, I'm going to just move this over to here and work on a farm, I think. And I definitely do think that buying outright our little colonist is probably the smartest idea, but that is a lot of money, so I can't afford to do that right yet. So we'll leave that be. We'll wait until we've got enough money to buy one and buy our Soma distillery. And we're going to get to watch some pretty hilarious glitchiness from the health modifiers where, like, we're buying Soma distilleries and they just don't actually provide us the +4 health that they're supposed to. I don't really want to go to war with Utama because he would kick my ass. So he's got some, he's been spamming villages down here. I don't really care because there's nothing good down here, really. There's some Firaxite deposits, but it's like a 2 and a 3, so there's 5 down there in total, and I would have to go through a lot of miasma.
Culture and fashion are racked by pointless ideological wars. Whichever ideology wins immediately becomes cliché.
Oh, that's awful. Okay, so we've got ourselves that particular tech. That's good. At this point in time, I'm looking into going orbital networks, and the reason I want to do that is because the Lasercom satellite, I can build that now, and it would be a huge boost to my science, so I'd be able to just sort of rush through other techs very effectively in a very sort of hilarious way. So we're going to do that. We're going to go over here, and this is a good place for a terrascape in a lot of ways, but it would lose us that money, which I kind of have been needing, but I do think that this is probably the tile I would want to build if I wanted to get terrascape here. Let's go ahead and kill these guys. We're not going to get anything from this. This isn't a might playthrough where we go through that sort of very strong military units, but anyway, I don't really want to build a terrascape here, though. we would probably end up giving whatever it is we build here to Terminal Dogma, which has been doing fine. So we're going to go ahead and just build a generator there. And we're going to build a farm here, I think. Our farms are not very good. We have not gone down that purity line, which gives us upgraded farms. You could pick that up anyway. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with what we already have, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. This sea monster is just our best friend. He's just like, hey, buddy. Oh, crap, I forgot to build my summit. That was a bungle. Okay, so I believe this guy has gone purity, so screw you, buddy. Don't really care what you think. You're all the way the hell down here. So what are you going to do about it? Nothing. That's what you're going to do. Okay, so let's just have this guy do nothing again to heal up. Continue on that tack. Continue trading with you guys. That's fine. But we're going to go ahead, switch into Terminal Dogma, and we're going to just outright buy ourselves this Soma Distillery, which is a really great buy. We're now into positive health, because that's actually working for me. Ah, good. Okay, and we're going to build another Soma Distillery over in Central Dogma, so that is going to help. And lastly, one in Tokyo 3. Look at all those Soma Distilleries. Yeah, so I've got that ability, if I recall, I should have got this, where I build things which have already been built in the capital faster. Yeah, standardized architecture, so that is helpful. Terminal Dogma, on the other hand, we're going to stick with science for a little while longer. And the reason is because we're going to probably want to build the Mehmet work. But more importantly, once this gets built, we get a free technology, so we'll have access to the Hive world thing. And we're up into positive happiness. Yay! So good. Alright, so we're about 4 turns away from having ourselves the things that we need. Let's get that. Let's go get our technology that is free. Ha 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 ha. Lovely. And we can get euthenics.
I dream of a day when our mortal form can stand beneath the skies of any planet, without fear or apology.
So, that got us some interesting upgrades. We've now got a Shepherd, which is, again, this guy. We're going to go with the +2 range, which means that we've got a really strong unit there. Educator. We want +20% when next to friendly units. And we've got our new boat unit, the Arbiter. And this is, again, +30% when defending or +15% when next to a friendly unit. So if you've got, like, 3 of these in a sort of a cluster, you've already basically got this defense bonus, but you've also got it when attacking, so that +15% is much better if you can get out more than a couple boats. Let's see here. Choose operation here. What kind of operations did we have here? Oh, they just arrived. Right, okay, so we're going to have you establishing our network, and we're going to have you establishing a network, and that is all we really need. So Zui Fang is going to go ahead and just continue doing the national security project, so it's going to help our agents in the field do their job a little bit better. So we're going to just fortify until healed and then march that guy northward. Still have way more mag rail to lay down. Actually, no, we're practically done laying out our mag rail. That's perfect. We'll have to zip this one around and start working it that way, but that's fine. We don't have to worry about that too badly. Yeah, things are going pretty smoothly here. I'm liking this. We've just about got enough money for that extra colony that we're going to send up there. We're going to need to supplement that with even more workers. Look how many workers we have. We're so busy. We have so many workers. It's just crazy. It's psychotic. I could get rid of that Explorer, but I'm not sure if that would pay off, because you never know. There might be some incident where, like, some sort of weird satellite crashes into this miasma again. Because that does happen. I mean, it's happened quite often, in fact, but... Okay, I should probably actually build some sort of military naval units at this point in time, especially because we're sort of an island nation. You would have figured that would have been a higher priority. But I've been pretty prudent about the way I've been handling people diplomatically. I've been pretty friendly, all in all. So honestly, I don't feel as threatened as I probably otherwise could. But we'll see how things go here. This guy's just like, hey, let me on. I like your cities. Let me in. And I'm like, you're as big as the city, we can't let you in. And he's like, aw. So he's just looking very longingly at the sort of farm that we've got going here. He's like, I kind of like that. And he's like, oh, no, wait, I'm not a vegetarian. by which he means, you know, he can't actually eat vegetables. Okay, his Tokyo 3 connection keeps, like, going and disappearing, so that's kind of great. We're going to move this guy up here to check for aliens, because we want to settle around up there somewhere, so that's going to be fine. I'm going to move this guy back all the way over here, which is a long trek, but I want him to start working on that oil, which should be okay. And you start working on here. I don't know what I want to build here. A farm here would be interesting, but not particularly great. Not bad, but not great. A node might be a good idea. I'll build a node there, just in case. They're a pretty good structure all in all. I like them, so, you know, build them just in case someone decides to get a bit frisky with you. You can have your troops rally around it. Why the hell did I not know? I'm an idiot. There's a geothermal well right there that I haven't taken advantage of yet. Although I kind of do want these food tiles to get worked on around Kuyan first, so I guess I don't actually want people working at geothermal, so that's actually okay. Oh no, they're killing... Ah, that Kraken's been there forever. He was like that city's mascot, Central Dogma Kraken. He's just been around there. He's just like, hey. And then they killed him. Yeah, it's brutal. It's a bad world. I mean, come on. Come on, guys. Get together. Okay, probably going to have to get a unit of some sort down there to stop that guy from killing one of our workers, though. So it's probably not the best situation. Xerxes and... Do I want the money or do I want something else? I kind of actually want to start supporting other civilizations instead, but not particularly this guy, but let's go with him anyway, just because I don't have any trade routes to him. I don't want to have too much trade going to the same guy, because it just makes him too powerful. Okay, and we finished, I believe, the thing we wanted to finish. Human Hive would not be a great purchase in this city, and I forgot to switch over to... Oh, someone else has done the amendment work, so yeah, we'll do the Human Hive in Terminal... Oh, no, wait, that's why. I am just going completely psycho crazy here. Oh, well. Probably still worth building that there, I think. Possibly. We'll build a network here, I think, in Kuyan. That'd be a reasonable purchase. Yes, that is nice. We are all friends. Everyone is friendly. Please don't kill me. Despite the fact that I've really got no military. Normally they're quite aggressive on this difficulty, but because I started on an island, I figured, you know, I can probably get away with not having much army, but I'm starting to think that I should start building some armed forces up pretty soon here. I have got enough money that I can outright buy a unit or two if I have to, though, so it's not desperate yet, but it's getting pretty bad. Now, Central Dogma, once I finish that Soma, they're actually gaining new population slowly enough that I'm considering doing things the normal way there. We'll see. We'll have to see. Hopefully this worker doesn't get killed by this sea dragon. Sea dragon, are you going to be a dick? Sea dragon? Don't be a dick, sea dragon. Just thinking about it, he's like, that looks awfully delicious. It's made entirely out of metal, but, you know, I'm sure there's something gooey inside it. And the worker's just like, I don't get paid enough. Why am I working beside this thing? Jesus. Okay, orbital
Seraphim,
networks.
cherubim, divas, fravashi, and yakshas. Extend thy arms to cover us, hear us, and convey our prayer to the Lord Creator.
Okay, so that is from India, Kavitha Thacker, Daily Devotionals for Comm Operators. That is interesting. So it's a prayer for people who work at telemarketing in India. That's I'm not sure what to think of that, honestly. Interesting quote as it is, but oh, it looks like we failed one of our operations. Failed to establish a connection. You are a fuck up, sir. Get back to establishing a connection there, you jackass. Okay, so we've got our maglev connection from here to there. That's fine now. So we're going to go ahead and start working on other things, like those potatoes over there are pretty important at this point in time. And science, of course. So what we're sort of going to look for right now is just getting access to more of our faction-specific stuff. So synthetic thought might be an ideal thing to rush for us right now. Geoscaping a little bit later, but one of the things that I want to do with this opportunity, this moment here that we've got, is to start working on one of those satellites that I've just gained access to. We can't build it just yet since we've got people working everywhere else, but that is perfectly fine by me. And let's... Oh, we finished our terrascape. Isn't that lovely? Do like those things. Alright, and you... Oh, Firaxis right beside us there. Good. Okay, so... However, I'm still contemplating what do I kind of want to have some money in the bank, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and just buy ourselves our colonist right now. Our happiness is going to be jumping up pretty quickly now that we've got those Soma factories. Especially once we get that second one on the way, that will be coming along pretty soon. And those are just going to increase our health by enough that I just really do not have to be worried about our situation. So yeah, that should be good. So you've also gone Supremacy, lovely. And are just reaffirming that you're going further up Supremacy. I kind of remember actually that you were indeed going Supremacy, so that's kind of stupid of me, but whatever. Got ourselves this lovely new colony that we're going to found up here. Because I want access to that oil and all those other resources. The problem is that this is going to have like a screwed start. It is not going to be able to do shit. We'll have to probably pump money into it, but that is fine by me. And plantations there. Mag rails. I love the fact that I don't pay money for mag rails. It is the best. Okay. You there. Now, there is an upgrade for plantations, but I can't remember what it is or what it does. I think it was energy for plantations. And I honestly should get it. I've got quite a few plantations, but on the other hand, also getting vertical farming and just that level of purity would probably be a good idea, even though the purity obviously does nothing for me, but... Okay, yes, let's work together. You're a great person and have a lovely personality. You, on the other hand, are a plant-loving hippie, so we have no interest in doing whatever the hell it is you're trying to get us to do. Right, so they're not actually plant-hugging hippies. They're basically more like sort of people who have decided that humanity should actually just be like gigantic evil bug people that eats everything else in front of them. Kind of vicious. Where the hell was I? Oh, I think the city that I used to be going to got sacked or something, so let's just go to Thabo. Oh wow, lots of public declarations this turn. Okay, so Tokyo 3 keeps going on and off the grid, so it's a good thing that we're building Terminal Dogma over there, but I kind of do get the feeling like we need some more stuff. Okay, we finished that. We're going to build a Mehmet work in Central Dogma that's going to produce us a good amount of culture. We're actually already making quite a lot, but we could be making a lot more, so that's what we're going to work on. You're also, with your Sony ear thing... That is interesting. A human hive is apparently going to go in the water. I would not have thought that that was a natural place for a hive of any sort, but apparently it is. A little bit more cash. Perfect. Yeah, thanks, America. Thanks, Obama. Jeez. She does look like she could be related in some distant way to Michelle Obama, to be honest. I don't know. Very suspicious, if you ask me. Personally, I'm not even from America, so I don't really know enough about, like, Michelle Obama of all people to really comment on whether or not she's a good person or a bad person, and I'm just going to go under the assumption that, you know, she's probably basically a good person. But I sort of believe that people in general are a good thing, so, you know, that's kind of just me potentially being foolish or whatever, but I kind of get the feeling like, you know, ARC being led by Michelle Obama wouldn't be a bad thing. You never know. You never know. Maybe she's crazy. I doubt it. I don't think they would let the president be married to a crazy person. They'd have to be like, oh yeah, the president's girlfriend died in a tragic parachuting accident. I'm sorry, but that is kind of too important for me to give to you, even though I can't use it right now, really. But, you know. Okay, this is a lovely spot, and I'm going to really enjoy having it. Please let me have you. Alright, artificial intelligence is nearly done. That's good. More aliens detected near Tokyo 3. We're going to go ahead and get this now, since that's fine. What the hell is going on here? Oh god, it's busy. Okay. Oh wow, 15 bucks from that is what I was getting. I kind of am just going to send it to Javid, even though it's going to diminish what I'm getting a little bit. Simply because, honestly, I do want to make sure that I'm spreading out the people I'm trading with as much as possible so that I can make best use of all that good stuff. Gran Éxito. That is a weird name for a place, but hopefully I'll be able to trade with it as well. I should build a boat at Tokyo 3 just to defend it. It's getting kind of ridiculous here. Jeez. Could also do with some air coverage around the place, but honestly, I can't really justify getting too much military yet since most of the boats left. And honestly, boats in this game are... I don't know if boats can capture in this game. It's like, hey...
Cognition in the human brain should not be of elevated status because it is implemented in cells instead of silicon.
Okay, so that's gained us also access to another wonder, which is pretty nice. Got our petroleum there. Lovely. And we're going to work on that as well, so... Perfect. Everything is going up pretty well here. One of our agents stole science. One of our agents established a network. Okay, you go ahead, steal science. I think one of our operatives... Oh, no, he didn't die. Okay, so right. Never mind. Okay, so you still there. I'm considering... Oh, in headquarters. Lowers risk. Do I want to lower risk, or do I want... I kind of want to increase chance of success, because, honestly, having a chance of success, losing a couple agents is not the end of the world, so... Okay, we're going to have to build here. And it's going to take a while for that place to set up fully, but we can actually take this one once it's done working on that terrascape. Now start working some tiles near there.
Le commerce fonctionne quand on comprend l'autre.
Yeah, we'll go for that, because I don't really need my titanium for anything. I'm using a little bit for satellites from time to time, but I've got a lot of titanium in reserve. And especially, I could go get this pile at any moment, and I really should, because it would increase our production there tremendously.
No village
was sure.
ever ruined by trade.
I'm willing to take your money, sucker. I mean, friendo, buddy. But good lord, do I ever need workers? Okay, Firaxis mine is going to be done just about now, so that will give me an opportunity to go build on that mine down there, which is important at this point in time. I could probably find more people to sell even more stuff to, but we'll see. Alright, I don't want to build into the Firaxite, or sorry, the miasma. That's fine. Alright, got that Firaxite done. We'll have to build an observatory now in Central Dogma, but that's going to have to wait quite a bit because the human hive is a very slow building thing. It's got a lot going for it though, especially once you start heading into the later game. Okay, so you are going to head all the way down there. It's a good thing I've got the maglev up. Basically, I can get people from like one city to another really quickly because of all these maglevs. It's really good for movement like that. Oh, that's strange. Oh, because I don't have one from Central Dogma there, so he's just taking that route. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you, all the way down there. Okay, so we've stolen some energy. Perfect. That's good. Intrigue Eternal Dogma has increased, though. More covert agents. So, covert ops. Let's assign... Oh, what happened here? Okay, well, we'll start sending out this recruit, and we'll send that one to Friedland. Interesting. What I'm going to do is also just check how much intrigue we have here. That's actually quite a bit. I'm going to probably want to change that. I'm going to send our guy here just a little while to Terminal Dogma, just to reduce that for a little bit. And once he's reduced it, I'll send him out back into the field again. Okay, so the Terrascape here has finished working, so we're going to send this guy up here. And Tiangong, as you acquire squares, you don't actually have to finish the city for it to be useful, so... And Thabo is still just too good, but I can start trading to Gran Éxito. And I don't actually need my trade to be as optimized, because I've got lots of money and I've got quite a lot of science going, so I just want to start working more strategically as opposed to just the numbers. And that city's going to keep growing, so it's going to probably catch up pretty quickly. Not necessarily to Thabo, but to something. Oh, you caught one of my agents. We deeply apologize for whatever the hell it is you're complaining about. I'm assuming that's why that guy got kicked out, so, you know, he probably got kicked out after. So we sent a new agent down there afterwards, and, you know, it's going to be real awkward if that one gets caught. It's very rare for agents to actually get killed in this game, and I'm not sure how you replace them if they do, but I think they regenerate slowly. Or maybe not. Maybe not. It's hard to tell. Okay. And Geofront here. I'm going to build the Lasercom satellite for the Geofront, and that's going to be pretty hilarious. Okay, so we can either get extra health, plus 10% city health from some distilleries, or we can sell to other people for culture. I'm going to get the health right now because I've been having some serious issues with health lately, as you can probably tell. We're going to finish some more Soma distilleries pretty soon, though, so that's going to help out a little bit. But our new colony is definitely going to hit us in the nuts as far as that goes, just a wee bit. I would also love to get to 10, but that's just not going to happen. So, very well. Yeah, he's publicly condemned me because he caught one of my spies. He's like, you dick, stop spying on us. And then I'm like, why? What are you doing? You're doing something weird and kinky with the aliens in your bedroom? I bet you are, you sleazy bastard. Because he's gone for that particular tech path. I should actually probably start building some reinforcements down here because he's kind of getting a little bit up in my grill. I'm going to at the very least send this guy down here. Okay, so city connection broken yet again. That's fine. I can deal with that. Let's send this guy back into the city before anything untowards happens due to Kraken-related incidents. +5 if I build that there. That is so ridiculously good. Okay, so you over there. And we could build a terrascape there, because this is going to take a while for Tiangong to actually finish. And it'll have, like, access to one tile, so a terrascape here would be actually a pretty decent decision. Up until we get that, and then we can move to the Firaxis or the Petrol, depending on which one we need to be working with. I could be doing a little bit more to make money. I could start building more trade units from Tiangong, or from Kuyen. I actually need to rename some stuff here, so I'm going to work on that in just a little bit. So, yeah, I haven't actually had a chance to look up the things I should be calling this, but let's go ahead and... Oh, wow. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, so going to rename this one. This is not named after... Well, it is technically named after a location, I believe, but there we go. Failed steal science and undetected. Okay, so that's fine. We're going to try and steal science from those Russians yet again, though. Up here, we're going to work on our terrascape. That is fine. And because it gives us that great sort of variety of units and stuff like that, that's not actually resources, that's a pretty good one for a new colony that's just sort of starting off. Over here, on the other hand, we kind of are established, so getting more generators is probably a good idea. But Tokyo 3 is having some food problems, actually, so I'll go ahead and build that farm. Now, the Lasercom satellite is required for victory for me. It lets you basically talk back to Earth, and then they will be like, oh, hey, how's your colony going? And you're like, we are now robots. And they're like, okay, cool. You be robots over on your planet, and stay the hell away from Earth. And we're like, we will kill you all. And then we head through a gate and kill them all. And that's how you win as the Supremacy faction. Yeah, killer robots. Perfect. What's to complain about?
Turing Shanda. Noun. Shame felt upon discovering one has mistaken an artificial intelligence for a close relation.
Maybe you're related to an
The
AI, I
choice
don't know.
between humans and machines is a false dichotomy, created to confuse and mislead.
Perfect. Alright, so my people are now robots. It's kind of great. Anyway, let's go ahead and establish a network there. Let's reassign this one. I believe that we've reduced Terminal Dogma's intrigue level by quite a lot, so we can actually get away with sending him somewhere else. We can now build apostles, and this is a great ability. Plus 10%, plus 10 heal for adjacent units every turn. And they don't have to do anything, like you just literally are healing if you're standing near them. Now, we can have our air units either plus 50% when air sweeping, or we can have them plus 20% when attacking wounded units. Honestly, I'm going to go for the air sweeping. because honestly, you don't tend to get away with the attacks against wounded units, air units, because they're very fragile. Alright, so I'm really considering what I should be building here. I'm not 100% sure, honestly. I really like the idea of geoscaping, and it would actually make our generators quite a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and move towards geoscaping. After that, we're going to have enough of supremacy to start working towards the hypergate and angels. So we're going to do that, which is pretty awesome. It's our highest tier unit, and it kicks ass. That's just what it does. It's perfect. I'm going to head on down there. That's fine. Alright, so what is going on in the world of this place? Geofront, okay. Very well, okay. I kind of need to build up my military down here, it looks like. He hasn't actually moved military that I can tell up through New Hope, and he has not actually had long down there, so I could be okay, but, okay, well, the station does not help me at all at this point in time. Okay. Let's not worry about that. Unit needs new orders. Okay, I want to build... Shit, I can't build a farm there. Okay, we'll just keep building generators. I mean, why the hell not? What's the worst that could happen? Previous route is fine here. Actually, Grand Exito is a little bit better. So we'll go ahead and do that. And what we're going to do over here is just clear that out, and we're going to build a node, because having that military there is probably a smart decision given the circumstances. We'll build a farm here, though. Okay, Franco-Iberia at the very least has my back a little bit. I mean, Franco-Iberia would get their ass completely handed to them by Paul-Australia right now, but, you know, it's the thought that counts sometimes. I don't like that. I think you should back the fuck off. Okay, I'm going to start pumping out units from Central Dogma, just a few. In particular, if I got a couple C units and put them along this area here by the node that I'm going to be getting, and had this unit parked on the node, what I do is I heal like 30 points every turn just for standing there, and then I could sort of pummel his units to shit while they're trying to do whatever it is they're trying to do. Yeah, so we're going to definitely go for that general strategy, but you never know. He might declare war on me before I can set that up. And there is miasma here, so I'm going to have to probably build a miasma repulsor satellite. The reason being that, like, I was keeping that there as a defense mechanism, but he's gotten harmony, so he actually heals in that stuff. So he's just like, oh, miasma. I love the smell of miasma in the morning. I'm like, oh, shit. Backfired there. Just about have another cultural policy, though, which is good. We can increase our income by 100 per turn, so long as we don't spend our money, though. That could be an interesting thing to do. I'm probably going to do that. Earn 1% of stockpiled energy amount for every turn up to 100 energy. That's quite a lot of energy, but there's also other good stuff. 30% of culture that we have would let us keep spending our money. Minus 10% culture needed for new virtues. Probably actually want to go for the minus 10% culture for new virtues. So we'll go ahead with that. Yashima. Have you guys finished anything relevant? You could build a feed site hub. We don't have any trade there yet, though, so that would probably be a little bit redundant. So I'm going to go ahead and start building trade vessels here, which makes sense to me. And are you almost a proper colony yet? 3 more turns, basically, which is going to outstrip the Terrascape, but that's fine. Going to have you build a node there, because you never know. I think he's going to be pretty friendly with us for the foreseeable future, but you never know what's going to happen. 14 science from Grand Exito. That is actually really good. I don't need the money. I don't feel like I don't feel like I need the money right now as much, so we're going to be fine with that. And we're just about done the maglev to Terminal Dogma, which is going to help out our production quite a bit. I'm wondering actually if Terminal Dogma gets the production bonus that the other places get for being connected by maglev. I'm pretty sure that they do, but I don't know for sure. I know that it's going to kick up the production of Tokyo 3 by quite a bit, though. Well, and they keep blowing up all these like little friendly naval critters around here. Why? You're so mean. Okay, establish trade. Sending it to Bongani is fine. Okay. We've got enough money saved up that we can sort of blitz Tiangong until we're no longer unhappy when we've built it, because we will be a little bit unhappy for a little while until we... Actually, no, the Soma actually, that's amendment work. Sorry, we'll finish before then, and the Soma Distillery, so we should actually be fine as far as happiness goes. Ooh, and we'll have the Lasercom satellites. Yay. Nanothermites. I don't care. So I think we're well on the path to winning this one. This is going pretty well for us. Central Dogma is going to need to start working on some pretty important stuff, though. A borehole would be a good thing to
are bad
build.
Ideas. Make better ideas, and you make better colonies.
I love the stuff that guy says. Anyway, okay. Up in the geofront, all the way the hell up here, we're going to build a Soma Distillery, because we do still want to keep pumping those out. Down here, we're going to start working on our army units. I believe that we're looking at arbiters right now, so we're going to build a couple of those. Over here, a feed site hub might be a good idea, but I'm thinking more along the lines of also getting some military units down here. Or another lasercom satellite might be a good idea, but I'm going to get another military unit just in case. It's going to be another arbiter here. Way the hell up here, we still have plenty of stuff that we need to get done, so... up here, I think I'm going to build a worker. Actually, I'm going to build the miasma repulsor up there, because I do need one pretty soon. Okay, you, go ahead and steal money. That's all that you can do, that's fine. And we've completed that connection here, so we've got this maglev connection. If we go in here and look at our production here, we've got a modifier for magrail connection plus 20%. We've also got a bunch of bonuses to income as well, so that is pretty good for us. If we look here, we've got like 26 from connections to your cities and your capital, which is pretty good. Alright. You, I'm going to send over there to clear out that forest. We're not going to do the thing that I think it is expecting us to do, but that is fine. Moikane, that's food, production, and money. That is not a very good one. Although it is pretty good for a non-established city, I guess, but definitely not that important. So we're going to go ahead and send that to there. We'll build another trade vessel in Yashima after we do that. And we're just going to launch this right over top of Geofront here. And what we're going to see is science. Is that done yet? Yeah, science. There we go.